Welcome to the Crystal Self-Healer Podcast. I'm Carissa Weaver. On this podcast, we blend the magic of crystals with the science of psychology to help you break free from chaos, ditch the overwhelm, and master your emotions so you can have more energy, get more done, and feel better every day. Get ready to unlock your intuition and restore your true power as we cover how you can transform your life using crystals and self-awareness. Are you ready to get started? All right, let's go. Have you ever been in a discussion with someone and found you needed to explain yourself, that no matter what you were to say, there was a chasm of understanding? A lot of the time, you'll do this because you want to ensure the other person you're talking to understands you or your point. But something I've seen over and over is that people don't always care to understand you or your point. That's when the cycle starts all over again. You talk more to be heard, maybe raise your voice, feel defeated, and in the process, you lose touch with your worth and abandon yourself. Being seen clearly is not required for you to be whole, and by the end of this episode, you'll know how to handle being misunderstood and stand true to yourself. There is nothing worse than feeling misunderstood, like the person just doesn't get you or the point you've just tried to make. To watch the other person go on as if you never even spoke or take your words out of context can be a blow to anyone's ego. We're not talking about being dismissed, but when you've spent time and effort, yet the other person is just plain wrong about whatever it was you said or were trying to explain. Unfortunately, most people aren't listening to understand. They're just waiting for their turn to respond and make their points. At the end of the day, I bet each and every one of you listening has a genuine desire to feel heard, which then, if done in a heartfelt way, translates into you feeling understood. I think it's fair to say that we understand that no two people are going to see the world or their experiences in the same way. But there's something to be said about having these differences, but still being able to relate to and appreciate the perspective of the other person. And it's that one piece that dictates whether you feel misunderstood. The card inspiration today is the Nine of Wands in the What to Call In placement. As you look at the card, you see the main figure holding themselves up with their wand. They are standing in front of 8 other wands as if they have accumulated them following the battles that may have resulted in their head being bandaged up. I chose this card because visually it can represent the way you feel when you've tried so hard to make your case, but still feel embattled, beaten, and bruised anyway. Traditionally, this card represents strength, and that is exactly what you need to call in when you feel misunderstood. Instead of seeing each of the wands as battles you've lost, I'm inviting you to see them as all the times you've had your own back and advocated for your perception and worth. The regular day experiences of many women complicate this situation, especially the women who self-censor because they don't want to be misunderstood, or those who were conditioned to be nice and not say things that might upset other people, and those who were told to be agreeable and not express yourself in ways that would upset others, so you choose your words in order to not cause a scene or be a disruption. To do a little mental experiment, let's think about a woman who held or holds a powerful position, or a woman you respect. Next, think about the scrutiny or criticism that is thrown her way and how much her stated objectives are either dismissed or misunderstood. You could chalk this up to just how things are, but I would posit that there's a lot of societal conditioning that has systematically made it so that we see the woman through a lens that places her as less than deserving of full attention, consideration, and or respect. And it can happen to anyone, anytime. Just the other day, I was having a conversation where at the end of it, I told the person that the point they made was what I had just said. They countered that no, I had not made that point, but I had. Only they were too busy talking over me to have heard me finish expressing my thoughts. So, as offered by the card inspiration this week, you're being asked to flip the table on automatically assuming the lesser position. It's okay for people to be wrong about you and for them to not get you. What matters first and foremost is that you understand you and have your own back, regardless of what others say, think, or feel. And the way to do that is to build your belief in yourself. The pattern that is going on here is that when you feel misunderstood and the cycle is going on, your nervous system is triggered and you're in the fight, flight, freeze, fawn stress response. When your emotions are heightened, everything else is or feels harder. Your thoughts get muddled, your memory is sketchy, and your energy level gets drained. And when you're tired, even the smallest thing can be taken as an insult or personal slight. So start by protecting your energy, tending to you and your needs, focusing your attention on what will help you feel better that is under your control, and taking time to attend to your nervous system through practices like crystal healing and rituals that help you ground into you and how you see yourself and your worth in this world. That's where, if you join me live for the protection and divination activation, you will be guided in healings, meditations, and rituals that will get you started on this journey to help you reset and come back to yourself. The link to register is in the show notes. And at the end of the day, I don't think it's realistic to expect that misunderstandings will stop altogether. But if you can walk away from a situation without feeling like you needed to argue with someone to see the situation from your point of view, and it hasn't lowered or shaken your belief in who you are, I think that's the outcome everyone would want to experience. The crystal I'm going to offer that will support you when you need to handle being misunderstood is Garnet, and here's why. When you feel dismissed or misunderstood, Garnet will help you ground into your root chakra, anchoring your sense of safety and belonging. When you're ready to stop fighting to be seen and heard perfectly, you can reclaim energy that you were expending. Garnet will help you restore this energy so you can keep showing up for yourself without feeling drained. To combat the sense of heaviness and the feelings that come with being misunderstood, Garnet can help increase the flow of energy through the body. When you allow emotions to pass through instead of getting stuck, you can soothe anxiety and sharpen clarity, making it easier to avoid the fight or flight spiral and respond in an aligned way. Because of its grounding and protective properties, Garnet supports you in healing issues around guilt and shame. This will help you in staying aligned to your personal values, speak truthfully, and avoid patterns of assuming the misunderstanding is yours to rectify. Today's pairing of the Nine of Wands with Garnet is from a crystal and tarot forecast inside the Charmed community. I invite you to join me in this free space where I share these readings weekly to help you align your energy and focus your week. You also get the opportunity to connect with others who are exploring their growth and creating change in their lives just like you. Join us for free. The link is in the show notes. And if you're tired of being on an emotional roller coaster, constantly juggling everything in your life, and you want to be part of a space that holds you in your healing, a space where you can feel seen, supported, and connected, I would love to have you join me inside the Crystal Self Healer Members Portal. It's where we go beyond the weekly guidance and we apply it to your life, equipping you with the tools, resources, including workshops, courses, and activations, as well as support to build your confidence in crystal healing and emotional self-care. Inside, you get healing sessions that help you process emotions so you can regulate your nervous system, rituals that help you anchor and direct energy, and personalized support when you're feeling stuck. Everything you need to truly empower yourself to live with more ease and alignment is in the portal. Visit my website, 3charmedgems.com, or click the link in the show notes to learn more and join me. It's time to stop living at the mercy of emotional triggers and start living in spiritual integrity. The Crystal Self Healer Members Portal is where that shift begins. Find your clarity and come home to yourself. Today's episode has been brought to you by the 9 of Wands, Garnet, and Energy Protection. May we all ground into our worth and know that having our own back is enough. Blessed be, my friends. All right, my friends, that wraps up this week's episode. Thank you for joining me here today on the Crystal Self Healer podcast. If you haven't already, hit subscribe, leave a review, and take the What Crystal is Best for You quiz linked in the show notes. Join me again next week as we continue to demystify crystals, how your brain works, and how you can use them so you can have more energy, get more done, and feel better every day.